Well, that 200th wicket came up in the test match against India at Karachi.
And that could be a run out.
Yes, he's gone. He has to go. What a misunderstanding. And very good run out there by Imran. A little under pressure for India.
Next to go, Venkata.
Oh, and that one is out. Yes, he's gone. Caught the third slip. What a brilliant catch by Mohsen.
10 for 2, and Amarnath was also a victim of Imran. Now Doshi faces the Pakistan captain. India all out 169. Imran 3 for 19, and Pakistan in turn made 452. Now in the second innings, Gavaskar once again faces Imran. Vishwanath now faces the Pakistan all-rounder, 199 wickets to Imran Khan.
There's an appeal for LBW and he's out. Yes, that ball came in. Mohinder going forward and he's out, LBW. And Imran has struck again. The eagle has swooped. And he's bowled him. Clean bowled. What a magnificent delivery, and this is an incredible spell. The greatest that one can see from a great fast bowler. There he is. He's completely electrified this crowd, and in fact he's brought them to their feet. Just look at them. He's bowled him. He's bowled him. Kapil Dev is bowled, and Imran has won the first round of the Kapil Dev Imran show.
Venkata on 79 facing Imran.
That's a good delivery. There's an appeal for a catch behind and he's out. That's the breakthrough. Venkata gone, Court Bari, bowled Imran. Appeal for LBW and he's out. That won the Indepa. Imran on a hat-trick, Doshi on a king pair. And Pakistan requiring 1 wicket for an innings victory. Imran to Doshi. The hat-trick avoided, the king pair avoided. Imran now to Doshi. 4 slips a gully. He's bowled him, that's it. It's all over. India have lost. Imran Khan taking his 8th wicket. India have lost the second test match here at Karachi.
And then in the next test in Faisalabad, a century and 11 wickets for you.
Yeah, that was very satisfying. The wicket's much more than the century because it was a really placid wicket. You know, to get 11 wickets against a good Indian batting lineup. I mean, there were some very fine players, Sunil Gavaskar, Dilip Venkata, and one of the best players of fast bowling, Mohinder Amarnath, who went on and took on the West Indies single-handedly, averaged 70 in the Caribbean, when the West Indies pace bowling was at its peak. So, you know, and Vishwanath, I mean, they were all fine batsmen. And
it's a pretty good lineup.
To bowl them out twice on a Faisalabad wicket, I thought, you know, I was at my peak.
You certainly were. On to Faisalabad. First you took Venkata for the 3rd time in a row.
There's an appeal for LBW and he's out.
Then it was Gavaskar again for the 3rd consecutive time.
He should be out. Court, yes. Scored caught by Salim Malik.
Kapil Dev was the next scalp.
Appeal or Kapil Dev out.
Followed by Patel, who was top scorer with 84.
Or Patil out.
Kimani and Madan Lal followed. That's a total of 6 for 98. You then made 117 and took a further 5 for 82 in the second innings which I put down as a remarkable 2 Test matches with 150 runs and 22 wickets. And just 4 of those wickets, unfortunately, exist in the archives. Well, now, with all the bowling there and on absolutely dead flat tracks, there must have been a few injuries around. Even if you weren't bowling all that many overs, it's not at all easy physically to get through there. What are the worst problems you've had? What sort of fitness regime do you go through?
When I was younger, I hardly used to do any fitness training. I mean, I used to just bowl a lot of overs. It might not have been for Pakistan, but for my first-class teams in Sussex or Worcester before, I mean, I always bowled a lot of overs, and I was naturally fit because I was an all-round sportsman at school. I could swim, I could play hockey, squash. So I was just a naturally a fit person. In Pakistan, when I became the captain, I used to bowl a lot of overs because we changed the wickets. Instead of making spinning wickets, I used to try and tell them to make wickets with bounce or green wickets. And so I used to bowl a lot of overs. And then I realized that I had to do more training because I found, and this is in my late 20s, I discovered that I could sustain my pace longer. So I built a circuit for myself. I started sprinting. I would do if a part of my body would get stiff, I realized that was weak, so I had to build it up. So I went through a regime where gradually, as I noticed weaknesses in my body, I developed some exercise for them.
Where did you do the circuit?
This was every morning. I would do loosening exercises. And then when on my days off, I would just do some extra running and sprinting.
Now, what about peace of mind? How big a part does that play in your fitness? Because I know you're quite keen on occasionally getting away from all the stress. You've done walks and you've done things in Pakistan and in other countries.
You see, the real pressure mounted on me when I became captain. And I used to find that I would be because it wasn't just my own performance I had to worry about, it was the teams as well. And also, I played most of my cricket in the background of a very hostile section of the press in my own country, who were always, I felt there was this knife waiting for me. And the moment I failed, they would get at me. And it put a lot of pressure on me. So when I had time off, the best way I would relax was partridge shooting. I mean, I really used to, on rest days of test matches, I would do that and come back completely refreshed.
And what about your travels? How did you use that to relieve stress when you did some things like walks and photography things? And
Yes, I mean, I spent as a boy. We always, my parents used to take us to the foothills of the Himalayas, and we would spend our summer there. And I have still to this day, I'm completely addicted to mountains. So whenever I have time off, again, I would go in trekking in the mountains. Shooting also was in the mountains. It was a sort of way of being out in the open, and shooting was just pure adrenaline.